Hello, Comic Army. Well, it's New Comic Book Day. Parked outside Retro Rocket Comics. We have a lot of good titles dropping today. I know there's more of a DC flavor this week, but we also have some good independents. So we're going to head into Retro Rocket Comics and see what's on my pull list. Hello, Comic Army. My name is Chris the Comic Vet. Hope this video finds you safe and well. I just want to give a quick shout out to Chris from Retro Rocket Comics, my LCS. Thank you, Chris, for having my pull list waiting for me. And everyone, you'd be doing me a solid if you followed Retro Rocket Comics across all their social media platforms. Now, last week, I missed out on Avengers Twilight. I simply just forgot to add it to my pull list request from Chris. Thankfully, this week, he had a couple copies left. Now, I went with this very cool variant for issue number 4 of Avengers Twilight. I'm expecting good things to continue from Chip Zdarsky and Daniel Acuna. It's been a terrific story. I know a lot of people are really enjoying it just as much as I am. So I'm looking forward to getting into this, even though I'm a week behind. On to the brand new books. Now, there are many titles here that have incredible covers. So when it comes to cover of the week, it's a tough challenge, but we'll get into it. As always, I start with a Spider title, and I went with Web of Spider-Man issue number 1. This great cover by Greg Capullo. Let's be honest, you don't see Capullo doing Spider-Man very often, if ever. But here we are. So this is a little bit more of a pricier book. It's $7.99 US cover price, but it promises to have some short stories of things that are going to be happening throughout 2024 when it comes to the character and members of the Spider-Verse. So yeah, I'm excited to get into this. Web of Spider-Man issue number 1. I decided to roll the dice on Jango Fett number 1. So I went with just a normal cover A. So if it's a good story, I'll probably pick up issue number 2. If not, well, at least I have issue number 1 in my collection. So yeah, I gotta admit, I don't know the creative team here. It says Sachs, Ross, and Woodward. I'm assuming Ross is not Alex Ross, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. There has been a lot of excellent Star Wars stories, so I'm hoping good things for Jango Fett. Now it's time for cover of the week. So cover of the week belongs to the Invincible Iron Man, the variant cover. You could probably guess exactly which one I'm talking about, because there has been some hype around this particular cover, and it is the one that belongs to John Jang. Now, I gotta admit, there are some stuff by Jang I'm not necessarily a fan of, but when he hits the ball out of the park, my God, it's a 600-foot moonshot, and this is one of those books. His Transformers stuff, his Star Wars stuff, even his Spider-Man stuff had been really, really good. And this one is right up there with it, in my opinion. I like the way that the light flashes are working on this particular cover, as well as the background is just that little bit of blurriness, keeping your eyes on the main focus of Iron Man himself. This is very well done, and I like the fact that there is some shine to the outfit that Iron Man is wearing. Very, very cool. Up next is a Virgin variant cover for Spawn. So this is Spawn 351. This too is an incredible cover. I believe it's Brett Booth. Yeah, Brett Booth and Todd McFarlane as well. So I'm presuming McFarlane probably did some of the coloring that's here. But yeah, this is a tremendous cover as well. Glad to have it in my collection. Again, Spawn, $2.99 cover price. Like, it's still the best deal in comics, let's be honest. Continuing with those independents, I picked up from Boom Studio Displaced issue number 2. This is a story by Ed Brisson for a Canadian city known as Oshawa, which is one of the smaller cities just east of Toronto, which something bad happens to that city. So as a Canadian, you know I got to pick it up to see what happens to the Schwa. And yeah, the first issue was really, really good. Chris was saying that this particular issue gets a little strange. So I'm looking forward to see what happens in The Displaced, issue number 2. Now let's switch over to DC. So Dan Mora has done some very cool celebrity covers. I know he's done the Seinfeld cover before, and he's also done the Paul McCartney cover. Well, this week, when it comes to World's Finest issue number 25, he's got Captain Kirk, William Shatner on the cover, and this is just tremendous. You know what? This is cover of the week as well. We'll call it a tie. This is just tremendous. And William Shatner is turning 93, and I'm hoping that he does another con appearance somewhere close to me, because I will definitely put this in front of him and hope for an autograph and get it slabbed. This is just awesome. I really, really like it. The fact that that Superman's calling him Captain is just icing on the cake. Kudos to you, Dan Mora. Great job with this cover. And hey, World's Finest lives up to its title when it comes to this particular cover. It's the first time I've ever done a cover of the week tie. Last but not least is arguably the best DC title pound for pound out there right now when it comes to storytelling, and the interior artwork is really good too. That is Wonder Woman. As a proud guy that's read Wonder Woman for a few years now, I can tell you, Tom King's run is off to a fantastic start. Personally, I think Wonder Woman and Ron V's Detective Comics are the best thing DC are putting out right now. Some people would probably say something different, and that's fine. To each their own. But most people would say Wonder Woman is on their top 3 list when it comes to the best DC product being put out right now. So yeah, I'm happy to have this particular issue. The cover is great as well. Glad to see the Man of Steel there with Wonder Woman. Great job. Very patriotic with the American flag in the background. So yeah, Wonder Woman, issue number 7. Looking forward to getting into it and glad to have it in the PC. Well, Comic Army, that's all I have for you. That's my poll list for this week. What do you think? Do you agree with me on the tie for cover of the week? Was there a cover that you felt was probably a little bit better? That Spawn one, that was really good too. Is there something that you picked up this week that you're looking forward to reading that I did not? The one thing that's missing from my poll list is Beneath the Trees Where No One Sees. Chris did have some issues getting it in, so hopefully it's here by the weekend. He mentioned that, fingers crossed, it should be here in time for next week. If it comes in this weekend, it's that good, I may swing by just to pick it up. I really am enjoying Beneath the Trees. So at this point, I'm going to ask you to now hit the like button. Leave that comment, make sure you're subscribed. And if you're wondering how you become a channel member, you go down below, you hit that join button. There are 2 different tiers for you to select from, so you become a member of the Comic Vet YouTube channel. Till we see you again, Comic Army, thank you for spending so much time with me. I appreciate it.